for grabs. We'll be back. Oh, remember those keys to victory?
Well, if you look back at those, Seldon, I thought, should box. I don't think he's boxed enough. And I don't know that he's sustained his attack as much as he would like. It's kind of a mixed bag for him. For McCall, I'm not sure he's kept the pressure on as much as he should, but he has definitely landed that right hand. And, boy, here's an example. That one kind of off the side of the head, but he's throwing it, and he has landed some real freight train right hands.
Fight could come down to attrition as we start the 8th round, and both fighters a little bit tired. And we'll see who has what left. Through the first 7 rounds, look at the punch profile numbers. Extremely close.
Seldon with about a 20-point punch edge or so, 21. But you know, again, when you're in that range, depending on rounds, which rounds did you pile your edge up in?
And the power punching edge is probably to McCall.
By a little bit, yeah. Well, they both exchange excellent jabs. Actually, Oliver McCall hasn't been as accurate with his right hand probably as he would like. He's landed a fair share of them, but I don't think the accuracy level is exactly what he would want.
Nice right hand by Seldon.
Very nice punch on the inside. You know, it hasn't been a bad effort by Bruce Seldon, but it's been an uneven effort.
Right at the moment, Al, it looks like McCall's kind of pushing his punches to me.
Yeah, he is, and pushing Seldon as well, but keeping Seldon from throwing a lot of punches. And when you look at this, if Seldon can't get his punches off on the inside, he's going to have a hard time scoring any points. Seldon still has bounce in his step, but switching back and forth from lefty to righty, but not throwing too much. And you know, the burden here was much more on Bruce Seldon coming into this bout to look really spectacular, do well. All the national media is here. As you said, the day before the big heavyweight bout, chance to showcase himself. And instead, what he's done is fought a good journeyman heavyweight to a standstill. I don't know if that gets the job done for him, win, lose, or draw. And in this round, there comes Seldon. McCall had been doing quite well to that point.
Seldon got McCall turned around with a double left hand. Seldon getting much the better of that exchange.
Yeah, even though McCall has him against the ropes, Seldon landing a couple of good shots.
Crowd taking up the chant, Bruce, Bruce.
But this in a round in which Bruce Seldon didn't throw many punches in the beginning portion. There's another good jab by McCall. McCall has not been accurate in this round, but he's thrown so many more punches.
It's one of those misses that takes a lot out of you. So we come to the end of the 8th round. There will be 6 minutes of boxing left when we come back right after this. We start the 9th round, and again, it's one of those fights that still can be had, I think, by either man.
And the way that round ended, with Bruce Seldon in this posture, even with not everything landing, is not the stuff that contenders or champions are made of. It's not the thing that Bruce Seldon wants people to remember about this bout. Nice right by Seldon.
Punches in the 8th round, and McCall threw more punches, which kind of interesting because Seldon got the better of it in the corner at the end of the round.
Seldon more accurate, but a very close round again. Now, I guess if Bruce Seldon is getting all these close rounds, then he's going to be in decent shape. But if not, he's going to have a problem. And for Oliver McCall, from his standpoint, I would think he is going to have to even pick up the pace even more, because let's face it, he's not the name guy here. He's the guy that has to really go out and get a win.
He is pushing the pace a little bit in this 9th round.
And I guess what I almost really mean to say is be really accurate with his punches. More accurate. But Bruce Seldon, he's not throwing. Maybe he hurt his hands again. Maybe he re-injured those hands. I don't know.
Bruised both hands against David Bay, as we mentioned, and Seldon goes down. And again, we talked about attrition. I just think that's more tired than anything else.
Couple of short right hands, and I think Bruce Seldon is just whipped, as you said. He's just tired.
He's not far from going, folks. And down he goes again.
From a nothing punch. 3 knockdown rule in effect here, and there's over a minute left. He might be a beaten fighter.
Right now, he looks all a part of a beaten fighter.
I mean, he went down for a punch that landed on his arms.
His legs are just shot. We mentioned that earlier. Great body shot.
That's the ticket for Oliver McCall. That's what he wants, and they may stop this any minute now. They got to stop it pretty soon. They almost have to step in.
Tony Perez taking a long look. Still a long way to go. 45 seconds. McCall will not let Seldon out of that corner.
Seldon trying to punch out, got his hands caught on the ropes. Well, you know what? I said stop, but Bruce Seldon is punching back. Let's see what he does now.
He still has nothing left at all. One more knockdown, the fight's over.
And if I was Oliver McCall, I would rip that body right now.
And down he goes, that's it. Oliver McCall has scored a huge upset here. Yet a predictable upset.
In some respects, yes, because Bruce Seldon stopped doing things offensively in about the 7th round. Boy, the look of a disappointed and dejected young man. And we have to say, Bruce Seldon, a hard worker, works at this craft, really wanted to be in contention in the heavyweight division. But he ran into somebody who could punch well and who came here in as good shape as he could be in and said, I'm not going to be an opponent. I'm not going to be just a journeyman. I'm going to come in here and win this fight, and he did.
We said at the very beginning of the fight that he's given himself the best possible chance to win the fight, and sure enough, he did. And we also pointed out the fact that the fight could come down to attrition, and it did.
What a disappointing time for Bruce Seldon. And you have to feel for this young man. He's a good athlete, a good young man, and he tried, but just got so tired toward the end of that bout. Even Oliver McCall, look at what a good sport. Here's the end of the bout. This is where good uppercut hurts him. And you know, we didn't see that at the beginning. But here goes Seldon against the ropes. And McCall goes after him. And
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of. And I didn't realize that he was so hurt by that uppercut, Bruce Seldon. And then the rest of this was almost academic. And he goes down. That first uppercut was the thing that hurt him, though.
Yeah, and I don't even think McCall realized that he hurt him that much. Let's go to Michael Buffer, get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tony Perez enforces the 3 knockdown rule, calling a halt to the bout at 2 minutes, 37 seconds of the 9th round. The winner by TKO from Chicago, Illinois, the Atomic Bull, Oliver McCall.
Well, Oliver McCall is the winner of this fight, and he'll have another day, and probably a good day. On the scorecards of the 3 judges, Bruce Seldon was ahead on all 3 cards, on 2 judges' cards by 2 points, on 1 judge's card by 4 points. What it means, it's for all intent. If he didn't knock him out, Seldon wins the fight. That's a wrap for us. For my partner, Al Bernstein, I'm Barry Tompkins.